What's going on, YouTube? This is Squids. How y'all doing? Today we're going to discuss for the 5-minute review Iria, Zeiram, the animation. It's a 1994 OVA done by Studio Ashi. I don't know much what else they have done. This is one that I just kind of found in a forum that I'm in on the interweebs. Looked interesting to me. The soundtrack was cool. Figured I'd get into it. Got attached, all 6 episodes, half hour each. Boom. So, character designs. Character designs in this show are actually really well done. The staff for the series did a really great job. There's just nothing that matches cell shading. It is such a I don't get me wrong, I love today's animation and everything. I kind of had a video about this a few months ago. But man, there was just something about the mid and early 90s, late 80s OVAs era that was just so awesome. They had all the time since it wasn't, like televised series, and they just did it justice. You could tell that they put their heart and soul into this, even though it's such a short project. And man, it pays off. So the story takes place with Iria, obviously the main character, and her brother Gren, and you can kind of tell off the beginning that they kind of have a great chemistry. They're bounty hunters, so they go on these huge missions to take care of things around a galaxy, because this is a sci-fi action, adventure space. So they do travel around, taking care of business. We get introduced to a couple side characters right off the bat. Fujikoro, who is very much, in my opinion, if you're like a Dragon Ball fan, Yajirobe type of character, where he definitely helps out and he's friendly, but he doesn't want to get his hands dirty unless there's something in it for him. And then we also meet Bob off the bat, and Bob's not very important, in my opinion. He's just kind of there. He does help out a little bit, but he's not if he wasn't there, I think the story would probably progress just fine. Maybe a little less development in the beginning, but we could do without Bob. And we meet a couple other small characters along the way. And obviously we have the main villain and the antagonist of the series, Zeiram, which the character design and concept is really neat. He looks like just kind of like this average, dark, gloomy, ominous villain. Almost I'm trying to think of something to compare it to, but I really can't. But then on the top, instead of having a hat, it almost looks like Raiden, in a sense, from Mortal Kombat. But instead of having a hat on top, it almost looks like a mushroom parasitic thing, and it has this little face that shoots out of almost on an intestine, and it does all this weird stuff. And anyways, it's really neat. The story progresses very well, and it almost feels like the 3 hours just flash right before your eyes. You can't go wrong with a story like that. It very much feels like you kind of just it's one of those stories where you walk in. Obviously, there's things way before that, and we just get into this chapter of somebody's life. They solve the chapter, introduce newer aspects that are going to bring you into future projects. But obviously, it never had a future project. But it's just open-ended cases, and I really enjoy those type of stories, because you get that imaginative feeling of you get to decide the ending, or how it's going to continue on in your mind, which I know a lot of people dislike, but I kind of like that sometimes, especially if it's an ending or a story that they done right. And I think they did it right, personally. I know this is a solid, I think it's a 7.06 or something, relatively close to that on Mal, but it feels great. And oh my gosh, the action scenes in this are so jam-packed and well done. And the weapons, it's almost like a utopia-esque world, and like I said, it's futuristic and everything. But the gun designs and the weapons are really cool and almost unique. I haven't really seen anything else like it. They've got that characteristics that just make it this shows. And like I stated earlier, the intro and the outro are pretty bussin'. And yeah, honestly, nothing about this disappointed me personally. I gave it an 8 out of 10. Even if like this type of genre ain't your thing, please give it a go. It's on Retro Crush. It's free. You have nothing to lose really. I compare it to like Outlaw Star, maybe just because of like the theme Cowboy Bebop, and the kind of like Angel Cop just because of the shoot ups and the blood, but not necessarily nearly as much as Angel Cop. But yeah, that's gonna wrap this up. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know if you've guys have watched this or your opinions on it in the comments. Leave a like, and yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. Squids out. Peace.